guys knew you were going, but you had to wait a long time. What was going through your mind as you kept seeing these brackets come through and think about scenarios, and you guys weren't there?
You don't know what seed you're going to be. You know where you're at kind of RPI-wise, but sometimes they do some loopholes with regionalization, that sort of thing. So we never knew what we were going to do. They had different going on all over the country, and then when it finally hit, we have a chance to go play Tennessee, and that's about as legendary a program as there is.
Yeah, what does that mean to you to get to go play an NCAA tournament game in Knoxville against that kind of program?
Greatest fan base there is in basketball, basically, and so it's an opportunity to challenge yourself and see where we're at. And then we played Tennessee, which is as good as it gets.
What do you know about Tennessee this year?
Don't know a lot about them other than their best player has been injured, and but obviously they have all that tradition, and I know they have great size and a lot of McDonald's All-Americans.
I heard you say you know the staff a little bit.
I went to a clinic with one of the staff members last year, so I got a chance to know him a little bit. But I know that they'll be extremely prepared, and obviously a number 2 seed. Maybe they're looking another way. Who knows?
You knew coming in you were going to face a challenge, but to have to go play in that venue against that team, how big of a challenge is it?
I guess you go to the NCAA tournament, and it's not necessarily playing Acme School of Business. You want to see where you're at and test your mettle. We might as well do it in Tennessee.
How has the road treated you guys so far this year?
We've been up and down on the road, but we played really well at Fresno State last week, and they're a 52 RPI, and so that's not Tennessee. But our kids will be prepared, and I know they'll play as hard, and they'll represent Boise State the best they can.
What the last few days been like, knowing you were going, but not knowing what the scenario was going to be? What's the mood been like around here?
It's been a lot of fun. We hadn't grinded a game out all year. We'd either won by a lot or we'd been flat, and we didn't shoot the ball especially well in Las Vegas, but we kind of grinded it out, and hopefully we can take what we've learned and just play 40 minutes of solid basketball.
Most of your players haven't been to this before. You have been. What's the message going to be about how to approach this week?
The first few minutes of each half are just critical in these games because you can get kind of overwhelmed by their size and their crowd and the athleticism, but then you got to settle in and just play basketball. And if we'll do that, we'll have a good experience.
When was the last time you guys played someone who was a top 6-7 type team?
We played Syracuse 2 years ago, and in the Carrier Dome, and that was good for a few moments. But we'll be ready.
Are there enough players still here that can pull from that a little bit?
Oh, I think so. It's a little different environment, different crowd, all those kind of things, and that we're accustomed to. But you just got to adjust as quickly as possible, and you got to adjust to the level of play and the speed of the game. And if we can do those things, then we'll represent Boise State well.
I said something to Brooke about unexpectedly making the tournament. She's like, this wasn't unexpected. We knew we were going to win. What happened last week? Why did it come together?
I think we had really good leadership. Our sophomores and freshmen really came to play. And Jai Rodriguez, who's played so much European, national, and world basketball tournaments. And Brooke and Shay, they just did a nice job. And they're just sophomores and freshmen, so I think our future is bright.
You end up with an 8 or 9 day gap, and you had so much momentum last week. How do you bring that into this week?
Well, that's a great question because we had a flat practice today, and so we'll gradually kind of get more and more intense, and then hopefully on Thursday and Friday back there in Knoxville, we'll be going full blast, and we'll give them everything we can give them.
Was today your first practice back?
It was. We took Saturday and Sunday off, where our kids are beat up and tired.
What will your schedule be like this week? When do you guys travel and all that?
I don't know. I would imagine we'd leave on Thursday, I would think. So the NCAA flies you out, so we'll go from there. I don't know what we'll do for practice on Thursday.
Practice back there on Friday?
Yeah.